Hello YouTube family, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Sharita and welcome. And in today's video, I'm going to give you a few fragrances that will be beautiful transition fragrances. We're not ready for the official fall fragrances video, but it is definitely getting cooler outside. We having a little bit of a cold front. I don't know if you want to call it cold, but like 60 degrees. Weather come through in Georgia and I am loving it. The leaves have already started to turn. And so since the leaves are transitioning, our fragrances might as well. And so that's what this video is about today. You all just transitioning and I'm so ready for this heat to be done. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. Before we start, as always, you guys, be sure that you are subscribed to my channel. And if you find any value in the content, please give the video a big thumbs up. So I'm so proud to announce that this video is done in partnership with FAVGRANCE. If you have never shopped with or visited their website, I highly encourage you to do so because on their website, you will be able to find really great prices on a lot of these very much so getting expensive designer fragrances, and you will also have lots of niche and Arabian fragrances to pick from as well. Beautiful selection of fragrances, and these first three that I'm going to focus on for this video will be available through their website, so I really do encourage you to check these out. I want to start with one that just really blew me away. It was love at first sniff, and I said, I need a full bottle. Got a sample of it, okay? BDK is a house that I struggled with for years. Finally found a love from the house, but we were just sitting on that one love, which we'll get into later. But this one really took me by surprise. And this is Creme de Cuir. And first of all, with it having a suede or leather accord in it, I was very apprehensive about trying it, because those type of notes really have to be done in a very soft, sophisticated, and feminine way, honestly. And I was just not wanting to even give this one a try. There was mention of like a pineapple and things like that, which kind of had me intrigued, but I really did not have faith that this house would carry it out beautifully. But I was very wrong. I was very wrong. You know, I can go on and say that I am no longer a BDK hater. I have two in my collection that I love, and they both feature a suede or leather, and that just tells me that this house knows how to work with that particular note. So Creme de Cuir has top notes of pineapple, grapefruit, bergamot, and mandarin orange, middle notes of white suede, sandalwood, pink pepper, base notes of cashmere, vanilla, white musk, gray musk, and birch. There is something just so unique and special about the way this wears. I find that it is very versatile. This is a beast mode scent. And you're going to get compliments off this fragrance. Nothing else on the market quite smells like it. And this is just top tier suede, period. There's a feminine quality about it, but the way this wears, a man can easily pull this off. I don't think it particularly leans one way or the other. I just think anyone who puts this on will smell phenomenal. You get lots of pineapple, okay? So they weren't joking about the pineapple. This pineapple is very sweet, but this fragrance doesn't necessarily get overly sweet, but that pineapple note is there, and it is a very sweet, delicious, very ripe pineapple. You don't get too much grapefruit, but it is there, just lending it a little bit of a fresher quality. And you are getting the white suede, but again, it's done in a very beautiful way. The cashmere gives it a bit of a powdery touch along with those musky notes. It's lots of musk. So I feel like if you love powdery, musky, soft, velvety white suede, and you love pineapple, then this one is definitely one you should check out. I think that this is a standout from the house, and I just cannot get enough of this. It's very versatile. You can wear this one to work, lighter on the trigger. Definitely date night fragrance, one you can wear all year. I know what you're thinking. The pineapple definitely says summer. However, with the way the suede is done, the coziness of the vanilla, the cashmere, it will absolutely take you into fall beautifully. Again, this is Creme de Cuir, and this is from the house of BDK. Next up is going to be Babycat. Yes, Babycat. That is very elusive for the US still, and there are so many dupes that you can choose from. But Fragrance has this on their website for purchase. And now you don't have to jump through all the hoops that I had to buy internationally. And I think that this is one of the most beautiful vanilla fragrances out there. You do have to love like the olibanums or frankincense notes to really vibe with this, but it's peppery. It's a ton of vanilla. It's very resinous. There's some sweetness to it. And this is a masterpiece of vanilla in my humble opinion. If you love vanilla, if you love incense, I think that this is just one you absolutely need in your collection. All of these notes, of course, are going to make it something very unisex. The cedar is done in the most beautiful way, and I find that that is a note that can make something very masculine very quickly. I did not get that from this. The suede is just done to perfection. Oh my God, it is so beautiful and comforting, and you're going to smell like $1,000,000, and you're going to get 1,000,000 compliments when you wear this one. I feel like I don't really have to babysit my bottle anymore, you guys, since this fragrance is finally trickling into the US on sites like FAVGRANCE. But yeah, highly recommended, masterpiece scent, and I love this one. Again, Babycat by YSL. So next up on the list is going to be one of my earlier additions to my collection as far as niche perfumery. And this still gets me so many compliments, even though it is not the most complex thing on earth. Something about it just gets the crowd going. It's very mass appealing. And this is from the house of Nishane. This is 100 Silent Ways. And for me, this is a fruity floral, but it is so very sweet that I find that if you cannot handle those really sweet vanilla fragrances with lots of sandalwood, you may want to stick with this one for transitioning, like summer to fall or fall winter fragrance, because you get this beautiful nectarine or peach note. You get beautiful white florals. You get a ton of vanilla, and it is extremely sweet. I always say that this is like my gateway niche fragrance for someone that's just kind of trying to tip their toe into it, because you are getting something that you could see a designer pulling off. But the thing that comes to mind with this one is probably going to be like a Deja Vu white flower, but much more vanilla and sandalwood. You've really got to love white florals to jive with that one, not necessarily this one. So this is a one beautiful peachy white floral vanilla fragrance that you really do need to get in your life if you're a lover of sweet. So again, this one is 100 Silent Ways, and this is from the house of Nishane. A huge thank you again to Fragrance for sponsoring this portion of today's video. And again, you guys, be sure to check out their website. It will be linked in the description box below. So next up on this list is going to be a beautiful fragrance from Corenturno that I picked up a couple summers ago, but I find that this is so spicy and so sexy. It's actually going to be a beautiful transition fragrance, because I can see this going into fall and winter quite easily. Even though a lot of the notes may suggest that it is a summer scent, it is really not necessarily. So Mystic Sugar is a gourmand, and you have some really unique notes coming together in this fragrance to create a spicy, sexy, sugary sweet gourmand that is perfect for this time of year. So Mystic Sugar opens with pineapple, almond blossom, and orange. You have middle notes of tonka bean, cacao, cardamom, ginger, and jasmine, and you have base notes of vanilla, amber, and sandalwood. When I tell you, you are getting a really juicy pineapple, you're getting lots of cacao, you are getting some comfort and warmth from the tonka bean and the ginger. Like the spicy notes, you're getting them. They are hitting, but they're very smooth and refined, and they don't get too spicy and overpower the scent like sometimes those spices can do, especially ginger. They're just there giving it a little sex appeal and a little interest, but everything is really, really well blended, you guys. You get a lot of those bottom notes. You get lots of vanilla. You have a beautiful sweet amber, like resinous amber quality to this, and you have some sandalwood just kind of playing in the background, helping to ground the fragrance, pull it out of the sky from all of these really sweet notes. The jasmine also there, just balancing things out. And I find that this is going to be a niche smelling perfume that will not break the bank. This is more so on the price range of like your mid-range designers, around 150, 160, something like that. But I just love this scent. And if you're looking for a wonderful transition spicy gourmand, then this is one I highly recommend you check out. Again, this one is Mystic Sugar, and this is from the house of Corenturno. Next up is going to be from the house of Navitus, and this is Lost in a Dream. This is also available in the all over body sprays, you guys. So again, if you feel like you're a little priced out of a full bottle right now, or just in general, please try the all over body sprays because they really are giving you that parfum concentration. This is such a beautiful fragrance, and it is going to be very reminiscent of Milk by Commodity, but something about the way that Milk wore on me, like I sampled it, I loved it, smelled great. But in reality, when I would wear it, I was like tired of the scent. Half the day, it would become cloying, and I just was kind of ready for the scent to be over with. I don't get that from this. I don't know what the differences are within the notes provided that give it just something more wearable. It's not as thick. It is not getting on my nerves halfway throughout the day, and I just find that this is such a lovely scent. You're getting something very gourmand, but it is not too heavy and annoying. Like I really did find the Milk expressive to be. So this opens with notes of milk, cinnamon, bergamot, orange. You have middle notes of marshmallow, croissant, amber wood, orchid, almond, jasmine, fig, nectar, coffee. Base notes of Madagascar vanilla, sandalwood, musk, oak tree, tonka bean, and toad balsam. So for me, I think that the marshmallow is helping to give it a much more uplifted quality. You are getting the milk, the croissant, like all of the facets that you get from milk is there. But I think that there are just some other refined complexities that they have thrown into this. Like they mentioned a fig. There's a touch of coffee in it, which I don't get a whole lot, but it's just a lot going on in here that is playing to giving you a lactonic scent, but there is some powderiness to it. There is some fluffy and airiness to it. But at the same time, there is so much warmth and sweetness and comfort that comes along with this scent, where I feel like this is going to be such a beautiful transitional scent for this time of year that's going to easily take you into fall and winter. Again, this one is Lost in a Dream, and this is from the house of Navitus. Do not forget that you can save 10% when you use my discount code anytime you shop Navitus. Information on how to save will be linked in the description box. Next up is going to be one that's kind of on its last leg, and it will be repurchased. I've been babysitting this, but it's just going to have to be repurchased because it's not overly expensive. But I do wish they had at least 50 ml bottles from Snif. This is Heal the Way. This one comes in, it sells out. It comes in, it sells out. And it's just so beautiful. You guys, I could not figure out why I loved Sarah Jessica Parker Stash so much. This is going to give you a stash vibe. Think about that, because you get that same pistachio. The pistachio and the two are very similar, but this is not going to be as aromatic. And I find that this is a lot sweeter. You're getting a lot of vanilla, and that is the difference, but they're like cousins. So there's no like mystery as to why I love them both. But this is so beautiful. It's so addictive. If you love vanilla, you love gourmand, you love sweet, you love pistachio, then this is probably one of the better ones on the market. And I find that this just wears a little different. You have the pistachio, and it's not accompanied with all these other nuts that can easily overtake it. Pistachio, to me, is definitely a milder wearing, smelling, nutty scent. And a lot of the times you'll have some almond in there, or you'll have like a cherry or something coupled with it where it's helping, but we don't need no help. The pistachio alone is just absolutely gorgeous, and it really does come through in the scent. So this, above all, I feel like is a vanilla fragrance, but you also have, in addition to the Vanilla Absolute, the pistachio, which I mentioned, you have a Palo Santo, you have amber, musk, and Divana. The Divana in this fragrance does give it a very refined, niche smell, but it's not jumping out at you because Divana can really do that. It doesn't give it something that's overly green, overly complex, nothing. It is just literally smelling like a pistachio cookie. Like, it smells so beautiful. Something about this smells like it's got a delicate spice in it though. There is no mention of a cardamom, but this is giving me like a pistachio cookie with like a little sprinkling of cinnamon or nutmeg or something on top, but beautiful nonetheless, and the perfect transitional gourmand because even though it is sweet, doesn't wear heavy or thick or cloying. There is a lightness to this. And I think it's because they have so much of that beautiful Palo Santo and those musks working together to just kind of give it a different vibe than your typical vanilla fragrance. Again, this one is Heal the Way, and this is from the house of Snif. Next up is going to be another BDK, and again, they just know how to do the leathers right in that house. This is Vanille Leather, my first BDK full bottle purchase. It was a blind buy. Oh boy, but did the blind buy pay off. If I could make a masterpiece vanilla fragrance video, I feel like these two would make the cut. If you want to see that type of content, let me know because I don't think I've ever made one. But Vanille Leather is so unique. If you love very ambery vanilla with the slightest hint of a leather or suede, this is, trust me, this is not a leather bomb. It's not leather jacket. It's not backseat of my Jeep. It is none of that. This is so refined and lightly and delicately interwoven into all of these other facets that I'm talking about. Like, I just cannot with the refinement of this leather scent. I really can't. This has violet in the top, so it is very powdery. I think you do have to love violets to jive with it. It has some pink pepper as well, but I don't really get much pink pepper at all. Like, nothing in this smells spicy. You have middle notes of tuberose, orange blossom, jasmine. But for me, the orange blossom is what jumps out. For some, it's the tuberose. For some, it's the jasmine. I get a very beautifully blended trio of white florals, but if I can distinctly pick out any of them, any florals in this scent overall, is going to be the violet and the orange blossom. Okay. Now the base is where things get so beautiful, and this is really the star of the fragrance. You have vanilla, tons of it. You have orris, you've got leather, benzoin, oak, patchouli. The patchouli, you don't even pick up on it. So you don't even have to worry about that. It's there giving it just a little oomph, you know, a little texture, a little earthiness, but this is resins and vanilla. That is what you're getting, and the floral components that we mentioned before, but this is such a stellar performer. Does anyone else get that from this? Because I put this on, I overspray it, of course. And I'm getting compliments, like real compliments from real strangers after 10 hours of having this on. It doesn't seem like it's a loud scent, but it wears quite loud because you're going to get that from people around you. You're going to be like, okay, I'm thinking I'm in my scent bubble, but apparently I'm filling the room. So worth the price point because it lasts, it projects, and it's a unique vanilla to the market. All right, again, this one is Vanille Leather, and this is from BDK. So that is our video for today, you guys. I forgot to mention my lip combo, so if you're still sticking around, here's the lip combo. I have on the Molasses Lip Liner from Sephora brand, topped it off with the gloss stick from Fenty Beauty in the shade Hibiscus, and the gloss on top of that is the Fenty Heat in the color Fenty Glow. Again, a huge thank you to FAVGRANCE for sponsoring today's video. Be sure to check out their website, link below. And you guys, that is it. Please drop me a line in the comments and let me know some transitional fragrances that you are super excited to be wearing and that will get you in the mood of fall, because these do just that for me. But they're still very wearable if it tends to heat up outside. So you guys, that's it. Be sure you are subscribed to the channel. I love you all, and I will catch you guys on the next one.